Lisa Martinez was 17 years old. She played volleyball. She was very good. In 1995, she entered the California Youth Championship. Her mother Sandra was in the crowd, watching, proud. Then the fog came. Sandra waited. When the fog lifted, Lisa was gone. 38 young athletes were gone. Sandra screamed, "Lisa! Where's Lisa?" No one could answer. For 24 years, Sandra went to that beach every week. She sat, she waited. Maybe she'll come back. People said, "She's gone crazy." But Sandra never lost hope. In 2019, she was 65 years old, still coming to the beach. One day, children came running. "Lady, lady, there are people there, strange people." Sandra ran and saw her, Lisa, 17 years old. "Mom," Lisa said, "why did you get old?" Before you continue watching, hit that subscribe button, because this story isn't just about a disappearance. This is about how fog swallowed people and about a mother's 24-year wait. This is the story of The Fog at the Beach. July 15, 1995, Venice Beach, Los Angeles, California. It was a hot summer day. The sun was shining. The sky was clear. The beach was crowded. People were sunbathing. Children were playing. The waves were gentle. And at the volleyball court, there was a tournament. California Youth Beach Volleyball Championship, ages 16-19 category. 38 young athletes, 19 teams, 6 coaches, hundreds of spectators. Lisa Martinez was the team's star, 17 years old, tall, athletic. Her spike was perfect. She'd been playing for 3 years. This year, they would win. She felt it. Her mother, Sandra, sat in the crowd, 41 years old, single parent. Lisa's father had left 5 years ago. Sandra and Lisa only had each other. And Sandra couldn't be happier watching her daughter. The semifinal was won. Lisa's team advanced to the finals. It was 3:30 p.m. The final match would start at 4 p.m. Lisa drank water, stretched. She was ready. "How do you feel, sweetheart?" Sandra asked. "I'm good, Mom. We're going to win. I know it." Sandra smiled. "I'm proud to watch you." "Thanks, Mom. I'm playing for you." At 4 p.m., the final began. The opposing team was strong, but Lisa's team was stronger. First set won, 25-22. Second set lost, 23-25. Third set was critical, 14-14 tied. The crowd was cheering, music was playing, energy was high. Lisa jumped, spiked. The ball fell into the opponent's court. 15-14. Lisa's team was ahead. Then a cold wind came from the ocean. Strange, because the weather was hot. There was no wind, but now there was, and it was cold. Sandra shivered, grabbed her jacket. The weather changed, she thought. With the wind came fog from the ocean, slowly, white, dense. It was unusual. Fog was rare at Venice Beach, especially in July. "Fog?" said a spectator. "That's weird." The fog slowly spread across the beach, covered the court. Within 1 minute, nothing was visible. Spectators couldn't see their hands. Athletes couldn't see each other. Sandra stood up. Panic began. "Lisa! Where's Lisa?" "Stay calm," the referee shouted. "It's just fog. It'll clear in a few minutes. Everyone stay where you are." But people were scared, especially parents. They couldn't see their children. Sandra walked toward the court. "Lisa, can you hear me?" No answer, just silence and fog. 5 minutes passed. The fog slowly began to dissipate, first from above, then from the sides, then completely gone. The sun appeared again. The sky was clear, as if there had never been fog. But no one was on the court. 38 young athletes had disappeared. 6 coaches had disappeared. All of them. Only the ball remained. It had fallen on the sand. Spectators were shocked. Silence. Then screams. Parents ran to the court. "Where are my children? Where did they go?" Sandra fell to her knees. "Lisa, Lisa, this must be a joke. Where is she?" Police arrived within 10 minutes. Coast Guard, fire department, ambulances. Chaos. Police tape was drawn. Questions were asked. Where did the kids go? Did no one see anything? Did they go into the ocean? But the ocean was calm. There were no footprints going to the ocean. Only footprints on the court. And then they stopped, as if everyone had vanished at the same moment. Divers went into the ocean. The search began. 3 hours. Nothing was found. No bodies, no clothes, nothing. A search was made along the shore. 5 kilometers. No trace. Nearby buildings were searched. Empty. Nothing. That night, the news reported it. 44 young people mysteriously disappeared at Venice Beach during fog. Police investigating. Sandra refused to go home. She stayed at the beach, sat, waited. Lisa will come back. I know it. She's just lost. She'll find her way. Police searched for 1 week. Nothing. 2 weeks. Nothing. 1 month. Nothing. The case went cold. Maybe mass suicide. Maybe abduction. But no evidence. File will remain open. Families were devastated. Some moved to other cities, trying to escape the pain. Some stayed, hoping. Sandra stayed. Every week she came to the beach, Saturdays at 4 p.m., exactly the time of disappearance. She sat, she waited. The first year, people were understanding. Poor woman. She lost her daughter. She's grieving. The second year, people worried. She's still going to the beach? This isn't healthy. The third year, people started talking. She's gone crazy. She needs professional help. But Sandra didn't care. Every Saturday she went to the beach, sat in the same place at the same time, and waited. By the year 2000, 5 years had passed. Sandra was now 46 years old. Her hair was starting to turn gray, but she was still waiting. Friends tried to visit her. "Sandra, Lisa isn't coming back. You need to accept it. You need to move on with your life." "No," said Sandra. "She's coming back. I feel it. I need to wait." In 2005, 10 years had passed. Sandra was now 51 years old. She had retired. She spent most of her time at the beach. Not just Saturdays, every day. The townspeople knew her. They called her the Beach Lady. Some pitied her. Some were bothered. But no one said anything. In 2010, 15 years had passed. Sandra was 56 years old. Walking was becoming difficult, but she still came to the beach. She sat. She waited. One day, a young woman approached her. "Hello, my name is Emily. I see you here every day. Are you waiting for someone?" Sandra looked at her. "My daughter, Lisa. She disappeared 15 years ago, here, at this beach." Emily was silent, then sat next to her. "I'm sorry, but 15 years is a very long time. Maybe she won't come now." Sandra smiled. A sad smile. "I know everyone thinks that, but I know she's coming back. I feel it as her mother." Emily held Sandra's hand. "I respect you for not losing hope." In 2015, 20 years had passed. Sandra was 61 years old. She lived alone. Family members had died. Friends had drifted away. Only Lisa's memory remained. And every Saturday she came to the beach. At 4 p.m. she sat, she waited. 20 years, never giving up. July 2019, 24 years had passed. Sandra was 65 years old. Her hair was completely white. She used a cane to walk, but she still came to the beach. July 15, 2019. Exactly 24 years later, the same day, Saturday, Sandra came to the beach, sat in her usual spot. It was 4 p.m. The sun was shining. The sky was clear. Just like 24 years ago, children were playing on the beach, playing with a ball. The ball got away, toward the court. The children ran. Then they screamed, "Ah, there are people there!" Sandra raised her head. Her heart raced. She stood up. Her cane fell. The children came running. "Lady, lady, there are strange people on the court. They're wet. They're wearing weird clothes." Sandra ran. She was old, but she ran to the court and saw 44 people. They were sitting on the court. Wet hair, wet clothes, 1995 clothes, volleyball uniforms, young, ages 16, 19. They hadn't aged at all. And in the middle was Lisa, 17 years old, long hair, young face, unchanged. Sandra stopped. She couldn't breathe. Her eyes filled. "Lisa?" Lisa turned her head, saw Sandra. Her eyes widened. "Mom?" She stood up, ran, hugged Sandra. "Mom, the fog is gone. I see you. Why did you get old? Why is your hair white?" Sandra cried, hugged her daughter. After 24 years. But Lisa didn't know 24 years had passed. "Lisa, how much time passed for you?" Lisa was confused. "What do you mean, how much time? The fog came, thick fog. We couldn't see anything. Then it cleared, and now you're here. But why are you old? Only 5 minutes passed." Sandra's tears stopped. She was shocked. 5 minutes? Yes, the fog came. It lasted 5 minutes. Now it's gone. Will the match continue? Sandra shook her head. "No, Lisa, the match won't continue." "Because 24 years have passed." Lisa laughed. "What? 24 years? You're joking, Mom." But Sandra's face was serious, and Lisa looked around. The spectators were different. The clothes were different. The phones were different. Everything was different. Is this 2019? Lisa whispered. "Yes, sweetheart, 2019. You've been missing for 24 years. The other young people were starting to understand too. Their parents were coming, but they were old, unrecognizable. Some parents had died, didn't come. Police came, ambulances, media, chaos began again. The 44 young people were taken to the hospital, examined. Result, completely healthy. They hadn't aged at all. Their body ages were 16, 19, but the calendar showed 2019. Dr. Alan Chen was the case leader, 50 years old, scientist, rational. But this defied logic. 44 young people disappeared in 1995, found in 2019, but they haven't aged. For them, 5 minutes passed. How? Research began. Meteorological data was examined. July 15, 1995, Venice Beach, between 4 to 4:05 p.m. Abnormal fog, not in the records, not on radar images, only witness statements. The fog came from the ocean. It was dense, cold. It lasted 5 minutes, then vanished. Physicists formed hypotheses. Maybe temporal anomaly. It wasn't fog, a kind of time pocket. The 44 young people entered that pocket. Inside, time stopped. Outside, 24 years passed. But there was no proof, just theory. Lisa returned to Sandra's house. But the house was strange. Small. Old furniture. Old photos. Lisa's photos. 17 years old. Always 17 years old. Because there were no new photos. "Mom, is this our house? It looks so old." Sandra smiled. "Yes, sweetheart. I lived here for 24 years, alone, waiting for you." Lisa cried. "I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't want to leave. There was just fog. Then you got old." "Don't apologize. What matters is you came back. I waited 24 years for you, and it was worth it." But adaptation was difficult. Lisa's friends were now 41 years old. They were married, had children. Lisa was still 17. She returned to school, but it felt strange. Classmates were young. Teachers were young too. But for Lisa, Lisa had finished high school in 1995. Would she start again now? Psychologists helped. "Lisa, you're physically 17 years old, but experientially, you're from 1995. You need to adapt to the new world. It'll take time." 6 months later, a meeting was organized. 44 young people, all together. They were the only people who understood each other. "Did you all experience the same thing?" Lisa asked. "Did your families get old?" "Yes," said another young person. "My dad is 70 now. He didn't recognize me. Alzheimer's. My mom died. I'm alone." Another, "My family moved to another state. They couldn't find me. Now where do I go?" Lisa was lucky. Her mother had waited 24 years, never gave up. That night, Lisa asked Sandra, "Mom, did you really come to the beach every week for 24 years?" Sandra nodded. "Yes, every Saturday at 4 p.m. I was waiting for you." "Why? Everyone said you were crazy, didn't they?" "They did, but I didn't care. You're my daughter. A mother never abandons her child. I had to wait." Lisa cried, hugged her mother. "I love you, Mom. You're the best mom." "I love you too, sweetheart." By 2020, Lisa turned 18. Technically, she was 17 in 1995, but 18 in 2020. A strange situation. A high school diploma was given, honorary, because Lisa had already graduated in 1995, but officially there was no record. Lisa wanted to go to college, but it was hard. She had 1995 knowledge, not 2020 knowledge. Internet, social media, smartphones, everything was foreign. But she learned, slowly. Sandra helped, and the other 44 young people helped each other. In 2021, Sandra was 67 years old. Her health was deteriorating. She was hospitalized, heart problem. Lisa stayed by her side. "Mom, you'll get better. You waited 24 years for me. I won't abandon you." Sandra smiled. "I know, sweetheart, but I'm old. My body is tired. But I'm happy, because I saw you. You came back. My life is complete." "No, Mom, we still have more time. You're not leaving yet." But 3 days later, Sandra died. Peacefully, happy. Lisa was by her side. Her last words, "I love you, Lisa. Waiting 24 years was worth it. You came back." At the funeral, there were 44 young people. They all came to Sandra's funeral. Because Sandra wasn't just Lisa's mother. Sandra was hope. Sandra had never given up, and she had inspired them all. Lisa gave a speech. "My mother waited 24 years. Every week she went to the beach. Everyone said she was crazy, but she didn't lose hope, and I came back. My mother taught me that hope matters, waiting matters, and love conquers all. I love you, Mom. Rest in peace. By 2025, Lisa would be 30 years old, technically, but physically she was still 22. Her body was aging slowly. It wasn't normal. Scientists studied it. In the temporal anomaly, time stopped. But now it's continuing, but not at normal speed, slowly. Maybe the 44 young people will live normal lifespans, but they'll look 50 years younger. A strange blessing, or curse, no one knew. But Lisa was happy, because she'd spent 5 more years with her mother, 2019-2024. 5 years. Short but precious. Sandra had seen her grow up, had seen her go to college. That was enough. And on some nights, Lisa went to Venice Beach. She sat in the same place where Sandra had sat and looked at the ocean. Mom, I'm here. I came back. I miss you. The ocean didn't answer, but the wind blew gently, softly, as if it were Sandra's whisper. I love you, sweetheart. I'm always here. And Lisa smiled, because she knew her mother was always there, in her heart, in memories, and at the beach where she waited for 24 years. The fog never came again. Never. Venice Beach remained normal, but the 44 young people never forgot. That 5-minute fog, the fog that turned into 24 years, and still no one knows. What was the fog? Why did it come? Why did it take 44 young people? And why did it return them 24 years later? No answers, only questions. And a mother's 24-year wait. Sandra Martinez, the mother who never lost hope, the beach lady, and Lisa's hero.